iPhone XS, the XS Max and the XR were launched last year. You thought Apple were done for the year, didn't you? You were probably wrong. Because right now in New York, Apple have announced a whole lot of new products. There's a new Mac Mini, there's a new MacBook Air, there are new iPads, and there's a whole lot of excitement about these devices. We've had our hands on with these and we tell you how good they are. At the Apple special event here in New York, there has been a new MacBook Air which has been announced. The exaggerated reports of the MacBook Air's demise over the past few years prove to be exactly that. The machine is now back, it's even more powerful, though it will be interesting to see how Apple prices it in India compared to the MacBook Pro, the MacBook, as well as the existing MacBook Air which is still available in stores. Apple has brought back the MacBook Air of old. But in many ways, this has nothing to do with the device that it succeeds. The new MacBook Air has a 13.3-inch Retina display. The previous MacBook was still soldiering on with a display that was frankly now aging, and anything less than a Retina display would not have been ideal. The new MacBook also has a Touch ID sensor built in, which means you can unlock the MacBook Air with your fingerprint. Under the hood of the MacBook Air are the newest Intel Core i5 processors with storage options going up to as high as 1.5 TB SSDs. Perhaps as expected, Apple has integrated the T2 chip in the MacBook Air as well. It enhances the data security by doing a whole lot of background tasks, one of which is to ensure the integrity of the solid-state drive in your MacBook Air. Each T2 chip is linked to each MacBook Air. This means that even if someone was to remove this storage from your MacBook Air and attempt to access the data on another device, it will not work. The new MacBook Air also gets the 3rd generation keyboard, which Apple says is even better than before. There's a larger trackpad as well, and Apple claims that this has a battery life of as high as 13 hours on a single charge. The new MacBook Air is made from recycled aluminium, which is otherwise left behind as waste on production lines. In fact, the new MacBook Air is 17% lesser in volume overall compared to its predecessor. But that is where the problem perhaps lies. Despite the name of the Air, this is no longer the lightest MacBook that Apple sells. The MacBook itself weighs about 2 pounds, while the Air weighs around 2.75 pounds. This in fact is just 0.27 pounds lesser than the MacBook Pro 13. Then there's the small matter of the price. The new MacBook Air is priced upwards of $1,14,900, which is significantly more than the current market price of the outgoing model, which is anywhere between Rs 55,000 to 65,000 depending on deals and offers available. While the MacBook Air has always been the entry point to the MacBook lineup, it wouldn't be so anymore. As things stand, even though the current MacBook Air looks great, feels great, and is perhaps a device that you really want to buy, it's hard to see where it currently fits in Apple's lineup itself of the MacBooks. It's priced far too close to the MacBook Pro, and it's no longer really the affordable MacBook which many expected.